Good morning. It's Thursday and you're welcome to Good Morning Anambra right here on ABS TV. My name is Chidima Orangwa. All right, today we are starting the show with bringing to you the stories making the headlines on national dailies and also ABS website. And we have guests with us in the studio as reviewers, but you get to meet them after the short break. Stay with us. All right, you're welcome back, and we have with us this morning in the studio Paulson Okeke. Paulson Okeke is a public affairs analyst. Good morning, Paulson. How are you doing?
Good morning to everyone. Good morning, viewers. You're welcome this morning. Join us.
All right, we also have Barrister Ifechukwu Dan Jacobs. He's also a public affairs analyst. Barrister, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you, the presenter. Viewers, you're welcome to the program.
All right, quickly, let's start with the stories making the headlines on ABS website this morning. The first story we have this morning, Anambra State Exco approves 60% cutoff mark for teachers recruitment computer-based test. Anambra State Community Development Agency disburses over 25 million naira to 5 communities for projects. Anambra State Assembly calls for intervention on collapsed Newi Okbo Road. INEC collaborates with EU to mobilize youths to register for PVC, participate in elections. MPC engages 1,249 personnel for trial census for 2023 population and housing census in Anambra State. Okay, these are the stories on ABS website this morning. So let's start with the very first story, talking about Anambra State Exco approving 60% at cutoff mark for the teachers recruitment computer-based test that they took on Saturday. Yes.
It is a very good development. Very good in the sense that the computer-based test organized by the Ministry of Education for the recruitment of teachers, if they should go by the rule, you know that most of our teachers, sorry to say this, are not computer literate. So if they should go by the rule, maybe most people will not pass the test. And the government has seen this as a very major reason to intervene by cutting down the pass mark to 60%. So that will open more windows for more teachers to enter, to cross the bar. So it's encouraging because the government is committed to recruiting more teachers for our classrooms. So if they should stick to the normal standard, most teachers will not get in, and that will be a shutdown for the process, and the essence of conducting the exercise will be defeated. So we want to thank the Anambra State government for giving more teachers opportunities to get into the teaching profession. That is one good thing the government has done to keep to its promise, because when Mr. Governor, Professor Soludo came in, one promise he said that he is going to employ more teachers to beef up educational institutions, especially in rural areas where many teachers shy away from going to on-posting. But with this recruitment exercise, people from those areas could be employed, and they will be in their homes to go to the schools in their communities. It's a welcome development.
Okay, Barrister Jacobs, do you want to add to that?
Well, the teachers' recruitment exercise is a good thing to happen to Anambra State. Because in the past, from the informations are available. We have shortage of teachers all over the state. Visually in rural, most of the rural areas don't have teachers. I believe that this exercise will enable the government to have enough teachers to send to those areas that lack teachers. And in some schools, from information we do have, shows that most of the schools don't have essential teachers in the essential areas of study, like mathematics, English, and other science subjects. I believe this exercise will enable the government to engage more science teachers and more mathematics teachers and English teachers to boost the learning ability of our pupils, our children in all the schools. So it's a welcome development. The government should keep it up. The cutoff mark is not bad, 60%. In actual sense, is the lowest, is benchmark of B. So cutting off, giving 60% are benchmark, it's not bad. Somebody that scores 60% in an exam, it's above average. So, but my worry is that let the standard not be compromised at all.
All right, let's also see that story, the second story there, talking about Anambra State Community Development Agency disbursing over 25 million naira to 5 communities for projects.
Yeah, it is still one of those things we are saying, encouraging communities to embark on developments, especially self-help. You know, in the early 90s, what we were practicing is community help projects, where individuals in a particular community come together, contribute money, then government can assist them. So the Anambra State Community Development Agency now maybe is taking the lead by disbursing 25 million naira to some communities. But I wish that the money could be beefed up, because going by the rate of inflation in this country today, where a bag of cement is 5,000 naira, I don't know what maybe 5 million naira to a community will do, but it's still a step in the right direction, because with this money, a community can start something and begin to call on their wealthy individuals, sons and daughters who reside in various places to come and join and contribute to develop. It's quite commendable as well.
Another area in that direction is that the government should make sure they monitor the money, the way it's being used, to avoid diverting that money to other uses that is not the purpose the money was meant for.
Okay. Quickly, let's go over to the next paper that we have this morning. That's the very first paper under review. That's the National Star newspaper. The big story in front of the National Star. Obi may shock APC, PDP Obaseki wants Adamu to APC senators. We are worried about defections. Ban. Federal government promoting IPOB's activities. Ohaneze replies Buhari. Then up there, Anambra Fire Service stops outbreak from falling tanker. INEC agrees to extend CVR, says Rep. Retired PARMSEC court taking teachers recruitment exam in Anambra State. All right. These are the stories we have in front of the National Star newspaper.
Yeah, I want to react to the INEC exchange.
The CVR.
CVR, yeah. This is one call Nigerians have been making, because if you see what has been going on in various registration centers, you'll be shocked. We are over 500 people will come out to register, and they will be doing this under one computer base, or one computer and one or two INEC staffs. You discover that this number of people have overwhelmed the registration capacity of INEC. INEC may have thought that people, that's my own thinking, that much people will not turn out for this registration exercise. But if they put into consideration when last they did this registration and now they are doing it, the period it has taken, more people have become politically aware. More people have become very, very sensitive to our electoral system. More people have become knowledgeable. about our governance, and they are now saying, no, we have not been participating, but we will now participate because we have bad governance and we want to change it. And people are responding to registration so that they will be able to participate. We were talking about voter participation in politics, and that is what we are having today. People are now becoming interested in what is happening, and they're coming out to register. But unfortunately, INEC is not much prepared to contain the surging crowd in various polling centers. So that's why the call for registration becomes very, very, very necessary. And thank God INEC has responded by making it 60 days. So by that 60 days, I wish they could still deploy more machines to the system so that not a single person will be left out. It is very, very important because it is not just extending the days, but you don't provide the facilities.
And then making sure that everyone that registers get their PVC at the end of the day.
That is one thing. They should devise a process where you register and they give you your PVC. It's a process. I wish that they will get to that point. So that it wouldn't be when you register, after 3 months, you begin to do review of voters registered to correct the mistakes and so on. So INEC, you are well done. Keep on doing it. We'll get better.
Okay, just to let you know that you can actually join in the conversation right here in the studio. The number for you to call is already displayed in front of your TV set. So if you have anything to add to what we are saying this morning, you're free to do so. Barrister, you want to add something to that?
The extension of registration period by INEC is a welcome development. I thank the chairman of INEC for listening to the views of the public, and the two following the resolution of the House of Assembly, National House of Assembly. By so doing now, by extending at that time, we will avoid the use, because mostly now there is a political awakening among our youth. Before, they were indifferent. They show a lot of apathy over electoral process. But from the happenstances in the society, in our governance now, they have realized that if we participate through our vote, now that they have been assured that their vote will count. Because before, I know that what do discourage our youth and the other Nigerians not to participate, because our vote doesn't count most of the time. But now, from the past elections so far, show that our vote counted at least up to 70% or 60%. If the INEC will improve on this, the political awakening that have come that made the youth to come up now, that gave the INEC the impetus to extend this registration period. If the youth will be upon it, our political future will be better. The politician will be very, very careful now, because it's no longer game as usual. The reality will be on the ground this time around.
All right, let's go over to Daily Sun newspaper this morning. With the big story there, still talking about the voter registration. INEC vows extend exercise by 60 days and plans deployment of additional merchants and ad hoc staff. UK, US orders won't ban IPOB. Ohaneze tells Buhari. Defections, APC panics, begs lawmaker. ASU strike will end soon. Federal government, SANU, NASU extend strike by 2 months. FEC approved digitalization of NSITF to halt revenue losses, upgrade of portal for employment. And then APC, women demand running mate slot. Say nation at crossroad over banditry, terrorism, killings and kidnapping. National Working Committee describes requests as wish list. And then we can see the picture in front of the Daily Sun. That's the incumbent governor of Ekiti State and the governor-elect of Ekiti State with their wives. They are being presented with certificate of return. Then we have subsidy to heat, 6 trillion naira by year end. Ipman says fuel supply drops by over 68% in 3 months. 2023, Wike Obi Mohammed meet in Port Harcourt.
Well,
Okay.
well, on issue of banning of IPOB by UK and
US.
US, the Hadassah Buhari, actually, from the efforts the government have made so far to make sure that IPOB is being banned by these countries or terrorist organizations are not useful because they have not been convinced that they are terrorist organizations. The government should do something positive to resolve this issue, either through political solution or something else that will not escalate crisis, to bring everybody back to the fold.
All right, let's know who's here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning to you. How are you?
I'm very well. And you, how you doing?
Fine. The Lord has been faithful.
Tell us your name and your location.
Okay, my name is Mr. Chibike Adam Ike.
All right, why?
I'm calling all our way from Taraba State to carry.
Okay, please can you reduce the volume of your TV set? Or you step away from
Okay.
where it's located.
It's well.
All right, go ahead.
Really, the issue of the INEC is very interesting. And I thank God for the extension of the 60 days.
Okay.
Yeah, I have been, can I say, patronizing the place because the rate at which they have outlined the process is as early as 4 a.m. in the morning. People queuing, at least to collect a number after the paper number that qualifies you now to be on the queue. Then for the process around 8 in the morning.
Okay, so that is how it's going on in Taraba State?
Yeah. Okari precisely, Okari local government.
Okay.
So currently now, by the extension now, at least the issue of people who want to participate actually at this coming election. Yeah, I'm participating it because we the Igbos here, we have been singing litany of advertisement to the hearing of our brothers and sisters, both in the community meeting, local government, state, and the Igbo general. People want to come out at least. Let's do it and see the optimal result.
Okay. All right.
So honestly, 8 years have been my channel. Honestly, whenever I on to it before going to my shop, I feel at home.
All right.
So kudos to you, and for you guys are doing wonderfully well.
Thank you so much and have a nice day. Thank you.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, let us look at the federal government promise that ASU strike will end soon. Well, it will be one cheery news to many families if this strike at last ends. Because what is happening in our education, especially the university sector, is not encouraging at all. Where a student will enter the university for 4 years program and he or she ends up staying 6 years, no thanks to ASU and the federal government. You see, I will always urge the federal government and ASU to find a solution to end these lingering strikes every time. If you check in Nigerian academic history, there is always no academic section that ASU doesn't embark on one strike or the other.
Okay.
If ASU doesn't embark, NASU will embark.
Okay.
So, and all these things keep on constituting to challenges.
Please, can you hold your thoughts on that? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
What's your name and your location?
This is calling from Kaduna.
Okay. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
My teacher, thank you people so much this morning. I preach again. May God bless all of you, and I pray that this station will not crumble.
Amen.
And God will continue to lead the land once again.
Amen.
Then coming back to the area of the INEC, last 2 weeks ago, I mentioned about this thing. I said, INEC, are they prepared to hold this election? And the question is, no. If you are daddy and check how the things are going. So INEC are not prepared to hold this election. So what I'm saying is that the INEC it's almost a 4 years to now. INEC are still battling up and down to make sure that they will hold the election. Something that they will take some time to make sure that they begin to take people one after the other. But when you see how they are doing, so that INEC are only prepared to hold this election. They are coming back and
Okay, I think you need to call us back because your line is breaking, and I didn't get exactly what you were saying, but you was just saying that INEC, they are not ready to hold the election. But I would have asked them the reason why he said that. Because
But from all indication, they are preparing for the election.
exactly.
But from what he's saying, because of the way this ongoing CVR exercise is being handled,
They still have enough time to correct whatever.
They have. You know one unfortunate thing about INEC? INEC will always budget billions of naira to prepare for elections. And in the end, you will see how haphazard they have prepared for that election. That's the most unfortunate thing, honestly speaking. Because you cannot say INEC is one institution in Nigeria that will budget for a particular sum of money. It will be approved. No one kobo will be removed from it. At the end of the day, INEC staff will come to particular assignment and they will begin to beg for money. Political parties will begin to give them money.
Well,
you understand?
well,
it is because it is because they will always bring a few number of people to do the exercise. We have graduates roaming the street. Why wouldn't INEC open some graduates, give them laptops to do this exercise for them? You keep on using 3-4 people to do a particular exercise in a particular section. And if you come there, there will be more number of people than is required. And you keep on asking, why can't INEC recruit more workers to come and do this exercise?
Well, I'm not an INEC fan, but
no, it's a systemic problem.
From Nigeria's issue, the way we handle our things, they might approve those budgets, but disbursement will be the problem.
Then they have that's why I say it's a systemic problem.
Let's not
because
leave
if it is approved and it's mandated that a particular person should be employed, so and so number of people should be employed for this assignment. Why wouldn't INEC make sure? Don't they have monitoring teams that will go around to ensure that we say 10 people will do this exercise? Do we have 10 people doing this exercise?
Go ahead.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we are listening.
So INEC always have a budget of the year. And that budget, what are their budgeting? Is it not for the election?
Okay.
When I tell you that INEC are not prepared to hold election, nobody should answer. See, INEC has complete 4 years. They never register people. They just that minute, second, when the police is blowing the whistle, that's the time INEC is coming back to tell us things that they are registration people. My is that they are not ready. Then coming back a little bit now about IPOP and the other things. Come on. IPOP, they are not the terrorists. If IPOP are terrorists, what are you going to call herdsmen? What are you going to call kidnappers? In the north here, spirit of killings are taking a place. How many bodies have been arrested? How many bodies have been presented for you to see that it's a terrorist or
All right.
killing?
All right.
Those people are fighting for their freedom.
you are interested or to go there. When you hear anything, they will catalyze it. Look at Imo State. Look at how everywhere was scattered.
Okay.
Talking about IPOP and this and that.
Thank you so much.
And give us the leader that will lead us to promised land. Thank you, my brother, over there.
Amen.
Thank you. All right, quickly, let's go back to the next paper this morning, and that's the Guardian newspaper. With the big story in front of the Guardian, 2023, no place for placeholder. Falana senior lawyers back INEC. And then we have riders there like presidential candidates, VP nominees can only withdraw from race voluntarily. Suggestion that a VP candidate can be substituted at will is erroneous. Position elective, not appointive. 2010 Electoral Act where political parties could substitute candidate to repeal in 2022 Amendment Act. And then up there, okay, INEC denies extending voter registration, insists on June 30 deadline. Okay, Oloja Malole Anyanwu orders a chart path to media sustainability. Kumuyi advises politicians on choice of running mates. Gunmen kidnap soldier's wife, 6 others in Chikun local government area. So these are what we have in front of the Guardian newspaper this morning. So Barrister Dan Jacobs.
Well, on the issue of position holders, that's
placeholders, yes.
In our political system, I think politicians have used that to play games. But I thank God for the position of INEC that way again for them. At least they will start on time to strategize, not at the last minute effort. I think the issue, they know that the election period is at hand. Before the primary, they should have arranged everything on time. Though I know that there is problems here and there, like the issue of will be moving to Labour Party. It's a child of circumstance. And I know such issues might bring issue of placeholders, that they should always arrange on time, galvanize forces together before time to avoid this issue of placeholders. It's not encouraging democracy. It's not encouraging the democratic process at all.
All right. Let's quickly go over to Daily Independent newspaper. The big story there is still talking about ASU ending strikes very soon from the federal government. And then we can still see the story of INEC having agreed to extend voter registration deadline. This is coming from reps, but in the other paper, that's the Guardian, they are saying that they are not extending it. So we are having conflicting issues here. So
I don't know what to,
I don't know
what to believe again now. But whatever we are believing,
I believe that guidance position is not the true position, because most of the national dailies reported that they have extended. Even other media outreach reported that they have extended. I believe.
By last night, the social media reporter was released. INEC has extended.
Extended.
By whatever it is, whether INEC has agreed or not agreed, we are pleading to INEC that it is quite germane to extend.
They have no choice.
They have no choice
to do that.
Because by not extending, we mean denying most Nigerians the opportunity.
Yes.
So that is the one
And the
thing.
issue of voter registration should be a continuous exercise, not a periodic something. They should not have from time to time, they should continue to do that.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and your location.
Austin is my name. Austin is my name from Abia.
Go ahead, Austin.
Yes. I'm interested in the ASU issue.
All right.
And my contribution to that effect goes this way. First, let me borrow the language of Chris Njide, who has said repeatedly that ASU, that the federal government has shifted ground and ASU refused to do so. Be that as it may, I want to say that assuming without considering that the ASU refused to shift the ground, the stakeholders ought to know what is this problem that led to this lingering strike. Why is it that up to today, in African countries, Nigeria stands to be one of the giants of Africa? And till this moment, our universities are all closed.
Okay.
And recently, they told us that Attorney General of the Federation converted the sum of 174,000 billion naira.
Okay, so in conclusion, what are you saying? Because we don't really have time.
What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is that our problem as the issue has grown, cost of governance.
Okay.
Let the political class understand the importance of these students, their future. They are the future leaders of this country. And their future should not be fiddled with.
All right. Thank you so much for that contribution. All right, quickly, let's go over to the Punch newspaper. We're going to take it together, the Punch, the Nation, and Daily Trust newspaper. The Punch newspaper, this morning we have 20 senators set to dump APC. Party's majority under threat. Angry lawmakers protest loss of tickets. 13 senators ditch ruling party. Adamu summons emergency meeting, says no party leader won't be worried. It's a welcome development. We expect more to join us, PDP declares. Then of the food scarcity, marketers rally against NNPC's monopoly. Senate moves to resolve Supreme Court crisis. NBA demands accountability. SANU NASU extend strike. Federal government hopeful on ASU. Then down there we can still see 23 children, 143 other stranded Nigerians return from Libya. Okay, let's see what we have in front of the Nation newspaper this morning. Ngige, ASU raise hope on varsities reopening. APC moves to prevent defection of 18 senators. ADC presidential candidate, no criminal case against me. Buhari attacks on churches plot to instigate religious crisis. And then Daily Trust newspaper, military moves to flush out soldiers with a divided loyalty, says deployment of unmotivated personnel counterproductive. Directive will further dampen officers' morale. War veteran, more misguided, ill-advised. Retired colonel, and then you can see the INEC agreeing to extend the voter registration. Okay, family seeks justice for fuel attendant killed by Air Force officer. 20 of our mates still in Sambisa, rescued Chibok girls. All right, so let's pick at least one story to talk about.
20 senators said to dump
APC. And then PDP are telling them that they are welcome to their own political party.
APC and PDP, they are one and the same people. They are the problem of this nation. Because these two political parties have ruined Nigeria from history. And the politicians keep on moving from APC to PDP, PDP to APC. This is a period Nigeria should make bold statements in this coming election by dumping these two parties and going for relatively unknown party to so if we can begin again to rebuild this country. Because allowing these people the way that they don't have ideology. If they are politicians have ideology, why should they be moving from one place to another? When it seems like it doesn't favor any of them again, it will dump and move. What kind of nonsense political activities is that? It's a high time we should start to build up political ideologies. People that have what they believe in before going to politics and pursue that agenda. Not people that they are treasure the money. These are politicians from their movement. It shows they're only to in their pocket. We are talking about our ASU issue now. It's because of neglect of funding of university all over the time. If you go through the record, the professors are the worst hit. You can't believe it that a professor in Nigeria doesn't earn up to 500,000 a month. But a colonel in the army is more than a professor. A politician that have a school site is billions in a month, in a year. And the people that build the society, because these lecturers are people that build the nucleus of the society, that produce people that will hold the society tomorrow, and they are neglected. Funding of our universities have been neglected for so long. The government should look into funding of universities and bring it to the standard to avoid this nonsense strikes.
All right.
I want to join my brother. You see the kind of politics we play in this country. The way other societies practice democracy is not the way we practice it in Nigeria. And that is why it is very bad and very easy too for somebody to leave APC, join PDP, and next time you see him leaving PDP, coming back to APC. You see, it is because we don't play politics of ideology like he said. We keep on playing politics of bread and butter. Where is it convenient for me? I go there. Tomorrow, is it not convenient for me in here again? I come back. Where is it? You see, until we wake up to this revolution that is happening now in Nigeria, obedience is better than sacrifice. Let us wake up, because when we're talking about APC, PDP, we are not talking about a third force. In any democracy, it is always like that. Where there are two dominant political parties, there will always be a third force. It happened in France. Emmanuel Macron was not a member of major political parties in France, but he came up as a third force, like we are having today. We have obedience. We have the labor. Let us look at that slogan. It's a phenomenon. It's going to consume all of us, many of them, because that phenomenon is flowing and is sweeping. Let Nigerians wake up to it. That is that obedient phenomenon that is coming. Let us follow it. It will take us better. Because in APC and PDP, it is a recycling of the old politicians. How do we have a man who is 79, 80 years running for presidency? When the youth, excuse me.
Again, we have to go.
No, the problem we have is refusing to address issues. We have a youthful population in this country. At least both the United Nations and the World Bank has told Nigeria that you have youthful population. But this youthful population, you are not putting them into practice. It is because our youths have been very, very docile.
All right.
But today, they are realizing that their docility has cost them their future. And they are waking up to it.
Paulson, thank you so much.
The youth, I am calling upon the Nigerian youth.
Thank you so much.
Wake up and take your future by your hands. Rescue this country. It belongs to you.
Okay.
They say the youth of any nation is the leader
this program to
tomorrow.
You. Maybe next week so that you come and say what you want to say. Thank you so much for coming. Paulson Okeke, thank you for joining us. And also Barrister Ifechukwu Dan Jacob. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Oh, that's it on Press Review this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. After this short break, we'll have other things for you, so stay with us. My name is Chidima Oranwa.